Hey guys, it's currently Monday and I'm returning this. I used it yesterday and I did not like it. I had high hopes because I wanted a really big triple barrel curling iron and the results were not too bad. Like, it was a little flatter looking than I had hoped, but here's a clip of me yesterday with my hair done with this and I kind of liked it, although it did look like I just braided my hair and then unbraided it. But I was like, okay, that's still fine, but my main gripes with it are that it gets way too hot and that causes problems in a couple ways. Like this thumb piece, so hot. I burnt my thumb and index finger. Yes, this thing would get so hot. There's two temperature settings and I had it on high at first because it seemed like it wasn't heating up very fast and it seemed like the temp was just not very high. But then it was getting so high, I swear, the longer this was plugged in, the hotter it would get. It wouldn't stay at a temp. The temperature just kept climbing. And I switched it to low and it was still so hot. And I think it burnt my hair. My hair smelt burnt all day. Plus it was steaming when I was putting this on there. And so I think if I continue to use this, I'm gonna fry off my hair. So we're returning it. I had high hopes. I've been wanting a large triple barrel curling iron, but it's just too hot and it's a little unwieldy. Oh, also, I don't know if you can kind of see this right now, but like it doesn't sit like this. It's a little stand, right? It's supposed to sit like this, but it doesn't. It tips forward and touches the counter. Like, what? The little stand is useless. So I just thought I'd update because I was showing this off in the last vlog and now I'm like, don't buy it, don't buy it. And these pink ones are the same one, by the way. Like, every listing has either this pink one or this gold one. It's like all the Amazon companies using the exact same product. They're all the same. How did this even fit in here? It like only fits diagonally, but then the thumb clamp is catching. Okay, I got it. I had to flip the kickstand the other way. The sounds of construction. Feels like I'm back in Burnaby. It's just the next door neighbors. They're building like a little extension for their deck, like a little roof for it. And I think they're redoing the railing and stuff too. I gotta package some orders. I did some reorganization on the weekend over here. I moved some of the designs to skinnier containers and was restocking stuff and making space for the new stickers. So the space is looking a little different. Some of these are long. I might want to get more small ones. I'm undecided because you can stack them on each other, but then it's kind of hard to reach into the bottom one, so at least for now we don't really have to stack. Okay, got my Amazon return label printed. I'm like, why does it sound like the drilling is coming from upstairs? I can hear it coming from the staircase, but that's because the windows are open up there, but not down here. This order's for Camilla, by the way. 5 Ducky notepads and weekly planner pad. On the weekend, I got through some tutorials for the Wilcom software, which is embroidery digitizing software, and I feel like I learned so much. I was struggling to find something that would just give me the absolute basics, like treat me like a dummy, like I've never opened the software before, and I was kind of struggling, and I decided to, struggling to find some free tutorials. So I purchased this lesson pack online because they listed out exactly what they teach in each module, and I was like, this is exactly what I need. And so I just bought it and it was so worth it. I'm out of the big sleeves. And I have a couple quick modules left to do that might not necessarily apply to me, but I'm gonna watch them anyway. Like one's about if you're running your own business, like an embroidery business, there's some tools that can help you. And like, yes, I'm running a business, but I'm not like an embroiderer who takes custom orders to do sweaters for sports teams and stuff, you know, like, but I'm still gonna watch it because I might learn some interesting info. And I also managed to digitize the Baylee J logo, like the text logo, because now we can try stitching it out and see how it looks on the sweaters, and if there are no issues with the design, I can get Christian to start branding all the sweaters, because we can just attach the fast clamp to the machine and just plop in the sweaters and just brand all the sweaters at once. Get the logo on there, that's ultimately how I'm doing the tag, is just embroidering the name on the back hip of the sweaters. So that's something we'll do in this vlog, is stitch it out and test it to see if it looks good. This looks so cute with like the ducky borders visible. Aww. There's really not room for crink, but we'll do a few pieces. Oh god, some of these boxes are defective. Like, look at this. This tab does not go all the way up. It goes halfway up. It was cut too small. My appointment for the sleep clinic is today. That was the other thing. And so, yeah, that's at 2 o'clock. And it's pretty far away, so I'm going to leave pretty early because I don't want to get stuck in traffic or anything. And I'm assuming they're just going to get me set up with like the at-home equipment and show me how to put it on and use it. Because I'm not doing the sleep study at the clinic. I'm doing it at home. So that'll be my little adventure for today. And I have a couple other errands to run if I have time before that. Otherwise I can do it after. But I need to get to the registry office because I still have these documents to submit that I printed out like a week and a half ago. Just for like provincial business registration, I gotta file a yearly thing. And they're making me go in person to file the paperwork. Like for the federal incorporation, you just have to file yearly online and it's so quick and easy. It takes like 2 seconds. Alberta, why? This next one's for Alicia. It says, hello, how are you? Lol, I'm getting this for school. Hope you have a great rest of your life. Bye. I mean, I'm doing pretty good today, I gotta say. So, little ducky notepad. The Why Baby Why sticker, which yes, I did restock already. I just increased the inventory quantities as soon as I got them in. Because why not? And a cottagecore washi. Guess, yeah, we'll stick the ducky sticker in there too. Sometimes I put it in the sleeve, sometimes I don't. Ooh, there's a hair on the tape. Ah! Actually, that whole piece is questionable. Oh, there, get rid of that. Wait. Because it's a thick washi, I don't know if it'll actually fit in here. Oh, it does. Okay. I know I had an issue when I had the thicker notepads, the winter bun one. If I had the winter bun notepad and then a thick washi, it would not fit. But this does! Yay! So I have 12 orders total to do, so I'm gonna get these done. Okay, the other errand is I want to go to PetSmart and get more cat litter so that I can completely swap out their litter today because they're due for that. So that's the other errand. So I'll see if I have time after I get these orders done to do that before the sleep study thing. I forgot that I still had to eat and do my hair, and so I'm just going to do my errands on the way back from the sleep clinic just to play it safe. And look at my poor flowers. So they normally sit up on the table here, but it got so windy yesterday, and sometimes this does get knocked over, but it was completely upside down and it ripped off a bunch of the flowers and sad. So squished. Okay, I've made it to the sleep place. It was a 40-minute drive. But I'm here, and I'm here 20 minutes early for my appointment, so I might chill for 10 more minutes, then go in. And I'm back from the appointment. I'm tempted to go to the marble slab that's right there. Ice cream. But yeah, here's my little home sleep study kit. Betty Cracker. So I got instructed on how to use it and watched a little video too explaining what does what, and yeah, I use it for 2 nights and then I come back on Wednesday to bring it back. I'm gonna go get that ice cream now. I'm like really lightheaded today. I was lightheaded yesterday too. Like I sat on the edge of the couch for a couple minutes just to chat with Christian, and then when I stood up I was seeing stars for like a full 30 seconds. Oh god, someone's pulling in front of me. Now I can't pull straight out. Curses! How dare you? Oh wait, no, she's backing into a different spot. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I got a small salted caramel. I know it looks huge for a small, but it's like, you know, they weigh it out and then they put it in here, so. I think they're just trying to like stack it up to make it look big. That's pretty good ice cream, I gotta say. I'm gonna have to finish this. Sorry if you can hear the AC. I just really needed this ice cream. I felt dizzy. This is basically medication at this point. I was like, why is my engine light on? Probably because my car's not started. Wait, when I turn the volume all the way down, it pauses? How have I never noticed that? I have to come home because I forgot my registry papers on the counter. What the? Ah! Okay, I'll unbox that when I get back. And I'm back. Got my paperwork filed at the registry office. So the annual return is so stupid. It's literally just for them to say, hey, has any of this information changed? And the information is who's the director of the company and who are the shareholders and like the company address. So they're like, has any of this information changed? I say no. And they're like, all right, that'll be $90. 90? The federal annual returns are $10 and it's done online. It's super quick. This, they make me go in person and then they charge me $90 just to say nothing has changed. But yeah, I also got 3 big boxes. I got 3 big boxes of cat litter and I'm gonna swap out the cat litter right away. I was just recording the opening and turns out I was not recording. Well, I was just saying the notepads are coming separate from the planner pads because I ordered them separately since the first manufacturer fell through. Then I sliced this open and it was all like, ooh, ah. This one's got a bit of a bent corner, but that just happens with some of them, especially if they're towards the top or bottom of a box. But I love my color choices and I love how it's kind of like muted and dark, which is what I was going for. It's not pastel strawberry per se, although that also sounds divine, but like the strawberry design in general that I've got going on is dark. I love the color choices for all the boxes. Look at them. And the paper is thicker than the ducky one because the ducky one I had requested 60-pound paper, but they just printed it on 24, which is their default, I guess, for notepads. Like if you go on their website, it says 24. But when I got the custom quote, I requested 60-pound, but they didn't do 60-pound. And so that kind of made me mad. So the thickness of this one is more similar to my square planner pads, like the video game, the witch hat, and the dainty flower. It's about the same thickness as that. So just a little heftier, but it still feels like regular paper, you know, nothing crazy thick. Yeah, so I have a whole bunch of boxes of these. I ordered 500. And then for the actual notepads, I've ordered 1,000. Because in the past, I would always order 1,000 of these just because you get such a good price break at 1,000. But it's just too many. For notepads, it's doable. For planner pads, no. So 500. And personally, I've been loving the rectangle size when I use my planner pads. The square's so cute, but I just love having the extra horizontal space. So I think this size is the way to go. And now let's take a look at the sleep study stuff. So there's a questionnaire I gotta fill out after both nights. And here's just some tape to tape stuff to my face. Some extra batteries because he swapped it out for night 2. And this is the piece that goes in your nose. This is a device that gets strapped to your chest and it'll record your breathing because this part gets pulled in and out. And yeah, everything connects to this device, so your little nose hose connects to it, and there's also this which clips onto here, which is for this guy, which goes on your finger, and you tape it so it doesn't fall off. So there's a finger thing, a chest thing, and a nose thing. And I'll wear that for 2 nights in a row. Okay, I'm gonna do a little test with the logo. I'm scared. I've got the fast clamp loaded. I'm gonna do a trace to see if this positioning is correct. Okay, let's go. I haven't used the machine in a while, I'm scared. Okay, there it is. It's so little. And the color used would be something really close to the sweater color, which reminds me, my thread came in, I gotta show you. Must you climb on everything, KK? What was that? So the way it does it is, it does the word Baylee without trimming, and then it trims between Baylee and J. Also for this, I just tried using some tearaway. Everything I'm seeing online says don't use tearaway for sweaters. You should use 2 layers of cutaway because it's much stronger, and so I probably should stick to that. But I thought for the little names we could just use tearaway. She's just geek. Anywhere else she'd be a freak. I probably could use a smaller piece because I had the tongs further apart before and then I moved them in, but I'd already cut the piece. So that just rips away like that. See, I think I can get away with the tearaway, especially because it's just something simple. It doesn't have a high stitch density, and it's small. So, that's kind of all good to go for Christian to start. Labeling all the sweaters, branding them. Branding sounds like you're taking a hot iron, but I'm putting my brand name on them. I haven't actually opened all the thread boxes. I have these 2, and these 2. So these are the ones I ordered directly from Madeira, and it actually went smoother this time despite all my phone calls with them because they kept having to call to like ask me stuff, but it was delivered without issue. They had sent it UPS again even though I didn't want them to, but it could be that maybe the UPS was just cheaper, or some people mentioned sometimes you send stuff through USPS but then they give it to UPS anyway, so maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But I was nervous because last time there was the super high shipping fee and the really high declared value for customs, and this time I did not have that issue. So shipping was still 66 USD, which is hefty, but not unreasonable. Much better than 142. Plus I placed a way bigger order. I only had 6 cones last time. This time I have way more, so it makes sense. So I thought that was fair for shipping price, and when it was delivered, no customs. No signature, no customs. They just dropped it. So it went way better than last time. I'm still gonna look into ordering through Canso in the future because they did say I could order the colors that they don't have on their website. So I'll probably just stick to ordering from a Canadian company to avoid any shenanigans, unless the pricing is ridiculous. Ooh, doorbell. Our food's here. Sometimes it's worth it to order from the US, even if you have to pay customs, because sometimes the Canadian pricing is real high. So we'll see. This is the color. That would be the Baylee J logo on the pink sweaters. And this is for the sandstone sweaters. And then of course all the strawberry colors like the yellow, the light green, and we got the light pink and off-white color. And these don't say mixed on the side, so they're probably all one color. I'm not sure which is that, but one of these boxes will be all red and one will be all green, which I probably should check. And then these ones, oh yeah, these ones were tape shut inside mixed carton. I'm not sure if my ratio of colors is good, but we'll find out. I can always order more if I need more. Hoagie, hoagie, hoagie. And a pasta salad. Probably eat half of this and all of this. Sandwich unboxing. So this is a turkey cranberry one. Doesn't look that exciting from the side, but it's delicious. Turkey and cranberry.
To replay this message, press 1. To pause At any time during message playback, press 2 to fast.
Time for a bit of light reading on the deck. Look who decided to join me out here. Hi. Midna likes to mostly lurk in the doorway. She'll come out a little bit, but her favorite spot is right there. Also, there's a guy in the neighborhood who walks his pet lizard. I just saw him go by. It's like a bearded dragon or something. I don't know the different lizard types, but he walks around with it. Baby, no, come back, baby. They're like, nah, we're indoor cats. We're out of here. Midna is outside. I repeat, Midna is outside. Midna, don't you enjoy the sounds of nature, such as our neighbor's air conditioning unit? Oh, this book is so long. I'm on page 5,150. It's not actually a long book. It's several books squished into one. Thanks, Kindle, for not separating them out. And I'm not actually on page 5,000. I mean, I currently am, but I skipped a bunch because, okay, I'm reading Throne of Glass, and I'm currently reading Assassin's Blade, which is the prequel, but it's at the end of the document for some reason, so I had to scroll all the way to the end. And the way I've been reading the series is I read book 1, 2, 3, and then now I'm reading the prequel because people say you must read it before book 4. But I really regret not just reading it first because, I mean, you get to know the main character a lot better, but also once you finish book 3, you just want to go to book 4. Like, who wants to hit pause on the storyline to go read a prequel? Not me. So I'm currently on story 4 of 5 of the prequel book because it's technically 5 novellas. But combined, they make a full-size novel. And I'm dying here. Like, let's get back to the story. Copyrighted music. You coming back out or what, Keek? They get freaked out when he opens the window. But she's looking, so maybe she realizes it's you. It's Daddy. It's the next morning. Here was me last night, hooked up to everything. Although I didn't have the nasal tube around in front of my chin like I was supposed to at first. I realized once I laid down and I'm like, why is this all so loose? And then I realized I had it on improperly. It's supposed to be under your chin and there's a little thing to cinch it. But that's what it looked like. And I hardly slept last night. I feel awful today. I feel like a zombie. I've got a headache and I just don't feel good. It's so awkward having all that on at nighttime. Like, it disturbs me. It took me forever to fall asleep. And then I would just fall asleep for like tiny bits. Then I'd be awake again for a while. And I finally started sleeping, but every time I would wake up, because I do normally just wake up a lot, but I feel like this was making me wake up more. And it wouldn't be just like a quick wake up and back to sleep. As soon as you wake up, you feel all the meters on you and you just like, I'm suddenly alert. It was just distracting me so much for being able to sleep. And so I'm hoping night 2 is better. Like, maybe I'll be more used to it, but also just more tired because I didn't sleep well the first night. Because I don't know what kind of information they're going to get from night 1, but I was awake so much. And like, I didn't even sleep in to make up for it. I was just awake around 7:30. And I stayed in bed just chilling, but like I didn't sleep anymore after that. And I just rotted in bed all morning. So I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I gotta wake up a bit first. We gotta carry all that down today. Some stabilizer was delivered, but only half my order. So I'm not sure when the next half will come. Okay, I took an Advil, had some coffee, and got some food, so I'm feeling a little better now. I just want to try to keep busy to try to tire myself out for bedtime, so not so much sitting at the desk, but kind of on my feet doing stuff if possible. Because, yeah, we can bring down the notepads, and so I need to carve out a spot for them. I can figure out where they're going on the shelves. Yeah, I could do some rearranging here because these containers can move. In terms of notepads, the stacks can kind of be reorganized, pushed around so that it's more efficient. There's space up here, but I don't really want heavy stuff up there, so maybe that's where some of the bins will go. I also never fully dealt with this because the idea is to use a bunch of containers like this on the shelves, so that's something I can work on as well. And another thing I can do is just get a little more organized in here because it's a bit messy at the moment, you know, figure out where all the stabilizer is gonna go and put away all the samples, figure out where the boxes are gonna go. I mean, I feel like we can open up one box of sweaters, put the name tags on them, and then put them all back in the same box until they're ready to be embroidered. Because once they are embroidered, they're gonna get folded and put into sleeves to keep dust and hair off of them, and then they're gonna go in here. And so that's only for when they're fully embroidered. So I feel like for now they can just go back in their boxes. And I feel like that'd also be a good time to quality check them is while they're being pulled out to sew the name on them. And another thing we can do is start cutting some stabilizer to size, at least for the name tags. Figure out the optimal stabilizer size and just cut a whole bunch at that size. Okay, I have not started on anything that I was gonna start on because I wanted to see if certain blanks were in stock, because certain ones I haven't been able to get. And the site I get my independent blanks from, they had 7 of the large pigment pinks in stock, and so I snagged those because I had 0 and I want 20, but I just got the 7 because that's what they had. And I was looking on other websites, no one has it. Either they just don't have pink large, or what's mostly the case is they don't have any of the pink in stock in any size. But anyway, I managed to snag those. And I did fill a few of my other gaps on other websites, which means I'm paying more because this wholesale website I get them from, that's obviously cheaper than buying them from regular blank websites. But I just desperately needed certain ones. Like I have 0 of the sandstone crew necks in medium, and so I just bit the bullet and bought them from a different website. And there are a couple more that I had to get as well. But I was also looking at some Gildan blanks just to see what colors I could get in 4XL and 5XL, because the independent crew necks only go up to 3XL. And so I was just kind of looking at my options, and there aren't many. Gildan does go to 5XL, but only in certain colors. So for crew necks, there's maybe 6 colors to choose from, and it's mostly the basic colors like white, light gray, black, dark gray, bright red, bright blue. And for the hoodies, there are more options, but it's still not what I want for the strawberry designs. But the hoodies at least have like a sand color, which should be similar to the sandstone I have, maybe a little bit lighter. We'll see when it gets here in person. And that's probably the only one that's going to be super close. I couldn't get a good pink. There were, one website had like hot pink crew necks, or were they the hoodies? I don't know. They had hot pink, and I was like, that's not going to go with the strawberry design because it's very muted colors. Yeah, for hoodies, there's the sand color, and then I got an indigo blue color. And then for crew necks, there's navy and then dark chocolate, but dark chocolate I could not get in 5XL, and I checked several websites. So the dark chocolate's only 4XL, but I'm just trying to get something in the 4XL, 5XL category. Selection's not good, sadly, but I'm making it work. Oh, and the Gildan ones will be cheaper. I have to crunch the numbers, but the hoodies are costing me about $10 less, and the crew necks are costing me $15 less. So I will pass those savings on to you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to do a super thorough organization, especially since I've been wasting time. Something like this I can transfer into one of these containers so they can go on the shelf. This will go in my drawer of zipper pouches. This is kind of hard to film. I'm like, what am I doing? Okay, I've got a couple washi bins that I could probably put on here. This one's labeled with duckies. Let's maybe just put that by the ducky pins. Still have more pins to grade. Hee hee. And I'll move over these witch hat ones. I actually got through quite a bit of these containers of washi when I was moving washi over to the packing station. It's just nice seeing the washi piles go down. Will this fit in here? This is a different container, but ooh, it will. Okay, let's put that next to the other washi. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? I forgot I had this. I bought this in Vegas. Pins. Oop. Bunch of smart plugs. Oh, those are connectors for my cable organizers. I should probably label that. Oh God, Jesus. Help! Let's just do one more look. I'm going to turn off the camera and just do an after shot of all this. So here's the current work in progress. And top shelf. And here's the final result. So washi's moved over so that this is next to the stack of washi I had behind it, and consolidated a few things. So we have a decent amount of empty space. Not enough for my next sketchbook delivery. We'll deal with that when the time comes. I moved over one of the witch hat piles so that they're all in a row, and then we have video game here, and then a bunch of blank space for the strawberry ones. So I moved over a few of the planner pads to that column, and then the notepads are here. This organizer is pretty much full, and this kind of looks the same, same messiness. And this looks similar, except I just have some extra containers there. So I think we can start bringing down notepad boxes. Maybe I'll get Christian to bring them down and I'll start unloading them. Yes, do my bidding. Oh, I should probably do at least quick quality checks as I put these away. At least check like every few to see if the cuts start getting crooked or anything. This stack looks pretty good though. Well, that's one box. And here's how it's looking with all the planner pads on the shelf, and we have plenty of room still for all the notepads. Christian's currently threading the machine. I was just showing him how I operated this. I moved the tongs inwards on the fast clamp so they're a little closer together because I had them unnecessarily wide. And I feel like this is going to be the good stabilizer size. It's got the good height, and it's wide enough that when you're using two hands to put it on the fast clamp, you have some overhang on either side of the fast clamp. And so I was cutting this in half and then cutting each half in half, and then I've also marked out 9-inch sections because they're 9 inches long. So I'm just gonna cut some of this while Christian's threading the machine. I'm gonna try using this because here I can just pull it to the 9-inch mark, cut, and do that a bunch of times. Feeding it under here is annoying. And then once I have a pile of those, turn them this way. 9, then 6, then 3, and that'll make them all 3-inch pieces. Ooh, yeah, I like that better. It would be nice to get something like a tissue paper dispenser to mount this on so you can pull it, and it's got a heavy duty base so that that stays there when you pull. No! The cutaway stabilizer doesn't fit through the gap very well. Because they're both 50-yard rolls, but this is thicker. And so it's a fatter roll. I was trying to think of what I'm going to do with all this other Madeira thread. I could probably think of specific projects, or they could be used for the Baylee J names. What color am I going to use on the chocolate brown? I don't know. For navy, like one of these would be close enough for navy. For chocolate brown, I don't know. I mean, something like this might be fine. All these short cones were the ones we were given when we were being trained on how to use the machine. And there are a bunch of them still on the machine because we're only replacing them with other thread as needed. All of these are gonna need a little hole poked in the bottom. I mean, it doesn't have to look too pretty because once you get going, we're gonna have gaps. Maybe I'll just keep these ones all separate in a box or something. Wow, 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 wow. Look at all that thread. Look how cute the colors look up there. Ooh. Another practice run done. So after many tests on that sweater, we're now testing the actual thread we're going to be using, and this is on an independent sweater. This is just an extra of this green I have because when I first ordered them, I ordered one pink and one of this green. And so I still wear the pink one, but this one I kind of forgot I had. And it's been sitting down here, but yeah, that's the placement of where it would be. Do I want left side instead of right side? I might actually.
Why don't I put the other thread on the left side? And then you can see which one you like better.
Yeah, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, I want the other side.
Yeah, and I still have to run a test on that thread, so.
Yeah. Now the color will blend in more because, like I said, the thread color will match the sweater color for the most part. So the reason I think I might like this side is because the B is tall and that'll be like on the side. And then it tapers as it gets to the middle of the shirt. Put your hands at your sides. I definitely like that side. I think it could be closer to the seam. Like the pink one's closer to the seam than the yellow one. Like the side seam, yeah. Not the bottom seam, but. So yeah, this one's about the distance I want from side seam, and this one's about the distance I want from bottom seam. So, just imagine this a little nudged over, another inch. Yeah, woohoo. Yay for working things out. But it's exciting making progress finally with the embroidery stuff. I mean, I've been making slow progress technically, but it's nice we're actually moving forward because it's been a point of stress for me. Like, we haven't started making anything yet with this, and I'm putting so much money into the machine, the supplies, the blanks, everything. And so it's, yeah, I'm just glad we're gonna officially start moving forward. So tomorrow Christian can start putting the names on the actual sweaters that we'll be selling. And I need to live stream tomorrow, so I'll probably honestly just diamond paint because I have to end it early to go back to the sleep clinic to drop off the machine. It's now Wednesday. Christian's working on sweaters. I'm gonna be streaming, but I thought I would show you the pink on pink because he's now embroidering the official sweaters. So that's what it looks like. Nice and subtle compared to the ones I was showing you the other day. Yeah. Okay, stream is over. I finished the whole section on stream. I didn't think I would, but I did because I had to stop by 3:30 sharp, also known as 3:30. So that was very exciting. I just realized I never talked about it, but night 2 of the sleep study went way better. I had what for me was a normal night of sleep, like waking up my normal amount of times. And I wasn't as bothered by the equipment because one thing I forgot to mention about night 1 is that I was so itchy because everything was feeling like it was tickling my face, or my hair was in a weird position because of the tubes and tickling my face. I was itchy underneath the pulse oximeter on my finger. Under the tape there, I was so itchy. So that was one of the things that kept waking me up night 1. So I had none of that night 2, and so I think night 2 went well, unless there was something wrong with the way the sensors were set up, but as far as I know, it went fine. So the appointment was pretty much me just dropping off the machine thingy and just letting me know what to expect next. So it's going to take them about a week to go through my results, and yeah, because the sleep doctor will look at it And then if I do have sleep apnea, I will hear from the clinic. And if I don't, I won't hear from them. But they'll let my referring doctor know. And then it's up to me to pursue further steps if I want to take any further steps with my doctor to test for other things. Except my doctor is just the walk-in doctor. I don't have a doctor yet. But if I do have sleep apnea, like I said, they'll call. And if it's mild, they'll just do a little phone interview with me to discuss some options. And if it's moderate or severe, then I go in person for a meeting to discuss some options. So we wait about a week and see. Also, let me show you Christian's progress. So he got through 2 boxes of the sweaters. Look at them all. Baylee Jai. Cute, cute. So yeah, there's this, like they came out of that box and were put into here. And also this one. Those are all done too. Just for the name though. I might actually close this door so the cats don't lay on those because the boxes are not sealed. No, baby, no. Don't even think about it. Babies, babies, babies. But yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog here because I need to edit it tomorrow because Friday I'm gonna do a game stream, so I can't edit Friday. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Well, what do we think? I'm gonna go see the Barbie movie. So I decided to slightly dress up for it. I don't really have any hot pink stuff. I've got mostly pastel, so this is the fit. And I was tempted to put on my blonde wig, but I think it's just gonna annoy me throughout the movie. It's currently Sunday.